Good morning, Bulldogs. Please stand for your morning ceremony. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Hope you guys had a great weekend, especially you Bills fans. Just got to say, it's being a Bills fan. I'm wearing my Mark Kelso jersey today. If you don't know who he was starting safety back in the 90s when the Bills were going to the Super Bowl. Big reason why I became, probably the main reason why I became a math teacher and a football coach. So I knew him in college, and great guy, great player. Like I said, played for the Bills back in the 90s, back when last time they were going to the playoffs and going to the Super Bowl. So big weekend for Bills fans. So I know a lot of you guys enjoyed that. Let's start out with some other highlights besides the Bills. Huge thank you to Riley Fleck. I'm putting together that talent show, teacher talent show. That was really cool. Who knew we had so many talented teachers on our staff? And as you see, Mr. Keith there, who knew that God rest ye merry gentlemen had so many verses, huh? But great job, everybody. It was really cool to watch, a lot of fun, and Mr. Keith did a great job too. Just joking. Got the change in schedule coming up here, and I want to make sure we're clear. I sent this out to all your families, and we'll have this posted in your classroom also, in your Google Classrooms. But today, tomorrow, we have a normal instructional day. I know many of you have gone remote in kind of preparation for the holidays and for seeing your families, but we will be open for business a normal day today and tomorrow. Then Wednesday, we'll have a remote day for 6 through 12. And these remote days are going to have the regular 80-minute period schedule. I have it up there on the top. So when we're remote on the days around the break here, we're going to keep our regular schedule. So the regular 80-minute periods will roll just like normal. We do still have third period. Some people ask why. That's lunch, seminar. Well, 6-8 also has music then. So we have to make sure that we allow for 6-8 music during that time. So many of you that aren't in 6-8 music will have a break then. So obviously you can have lunch, take a break, watch Netflix, whatever you do, and then go back and get into fourth period. You'll notice that we have the remote day on Wednesday. Like I said, school will be closed, building will be closed through break. That's to allow for the 14-day period for us to make sure everyone's getting healthy and we're staying safe. Once we come back after break, we're going to have 2 more remote days for 6-12. So 6th graders through 12th graders will be remote that 4th and 5th of January after break. Originally, those are regular days, but now they're remote. Once again, we'll follow the 80-minute schedule. Then on that Wednesday, 6th graders, you will be back in the building. K through 6 will actually be back that day. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of that week, and some of the self-contained special ed rooms will be back. So we'll be here in the building, and 6th graders, and then 7 through 12, you'll remain remote for the rest of that week. So once again, when we get to Wednesday the 6th, 7th and 8th of January, 6th graders, you will be back in the building with your teachers, but then 7 through 12, you will remain remote, and we will not have BOCES on those days. Many of the BOCES programs have been suspended due to some positive cases over BOCES, but even if your program is back and running those days, we're going to follow the health department's recommendation of keeping the older students out for 14 straight days to make sure we're all safe and healthy when we roll back into normal instruction on the 11th. So once again, remote day on Wednesday, 2 remote days for everybody after the break, and then 6th graders come back in the building and a few other classrooms. Everyone else stays remote for the remainder of that week. And then we're all back in business on the 11th. But realize whether you're remote or in the building on any of those days, because many of you have moved to remote anyways, we're following this 80-minute schedule. So we're not going to any abbreviated schedule, not going to a shortened schedule. We're staying with the 80-minute schedule for all those remote days. Any questions, you can always reach out to me. You guys know how to contact me through Gmail or Google Chat. Once again, continue to be safe. School is still one of the safest places you can be. I know that we've had a handful of cases, but like we've talked about that before, if we continue to wear a mask and social distance, use the barriers, follow the plans in the hallway, school will remain to be one of the safest places you can be. I know we've been quarantining, and you have to realize that quarantining is for your safety. We have yet to have a person who's quarantining contract the virus from any contact from school. And that's why we do it, is to make sure we stay safe and we keep everyone else safe. So quarantining is part of the safety plan to make sure that we don't spread the virus through our school. So once again, school remains very safe. I know many of you have gone remote just so you're not quarantined through the break, but know that the school continues to be one of the safest places you can be. Like I said, we moved to blended instruction, and here in Livonia, we have a great opportunity where students can learn either remotely or in person, because of the blended model we've kind of adopted here, and your teachers have adopted, and they've done a great job adapting in the classroom, and that allows for us to be flexible. But just some reminders, as many of you move to the remote schedule, that you need to follow the agreements just like you're in the building. You need to make sure that you're staying positive, follow the agreements and appreciations only. You guys remember that from over the years. So that means support one another in your learning. Also means keeps comments and posts positive. You need to make sure you're listening and you're engaged in your classroom. What does that look like? That means you're in class when you're supposed to be in class, your cameras are on, and you're doing what you're asked to do in the classroom. You need to still continue to show mutual respect. And what does that look like in a digital classroom? That means you sign on as yourself, use your real name, your proper name, you keep comments and posts and searches appropriate. You work in an area of your house that's free of distractions, not only for yourself or for people in your class, or either in person or remote, that are trying to learn also. So if you know there's a busy area of the house, like right now I'm in the Gammon basement, because if I was upstairs, maybe there would have been people walking by, there might have been things that would have been distracting. So I go someplace where it's quiet and where I know that not only will I not be distracted, but I won't be distracting you guys when you're listening to this. Same thing. And always one of our agreements is a right to pass, but it's also the right to participate. Your teachers have been working with you, even if you've just gone remote, for many months now. And the part of that right to pass also means that right to pass as you build and improve each day, moving forward each day, building towards full participation, towards reaching your personal best. So when you don't necessarily have the right to pass, you have the right to continually work towards being your best. And that means making sure that every single day you get a little better. And that means engaging in the lesson and doing all those things like we just said. If you need support, if you're struggling at home with either getting online or with your Wi-Fi, you need a hotspot, or finding a place in your home that works for you, you need to reach out to me. Send me an email. Mr. D's been doing some home visits too. We'll be there to support you, to help you, whatever you need to make sure, and reach out to your teacher. Our teachers, like I said, have been very flexible, but they expect you to be engaged, be in class at the right time, be signed on as yourself, have your cameras on, and be doing what you're asked to do. We have a great opportunity, like I said, here in Livonia, where we've kind of accepted and really perfecting the blended model. You need to take advantage of that and do things the right way, whether you're in the classroom or you're at home. Little lesson today on kindness. Kindness is a simple act. As we watch this, it's a short little clip here on Usain Bolt. And if you don't know who Usain Bolt is, he's the fastest guy in the history of the world. But he's also a really, really cool guy that he constantly did a little acts of kindness wherever he was competing, anywhere in the world. And I think that made him just, not only he was the fastest guy in the world, but he was one of the most popular. And it's because of how he interacted with people, no matter who they were. He treated everybody like they were special. And he was a perfect example of what a simple act of kindness can really do something to change someone's life, change someone's day. It doesn't have to be a lot. You'll see a fist pump. You'll see this giving things away here and there, a high five. But he was able to lift people's days just by doing little things like that. When you take the time to lift people up, it helps you too. Makes you feel valued, less stress, calmer, less depressed, happier and healthier. Let's watch the end of this. Like I said, even the small thing can make someone's day. Today's quote: what you do makes a difference. You have to decide what kind of difference you want to make. Once again, have a great day, Bulldogs, and I hope you have a great holiday with your family. Be safe.